Please join us in a round of applause and a thanks to all of our families, all of our parents who were able to make it here this weekend. Price, the captain of the 2016 RBC Cup champion, West Kelowna Warriors, Kyle Marino!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Coming to the left point now, left wing side, now back up top. There's Bates with a shot, stopped and held by Amundrud. Sasaki back down low for Vanderbeck. Now coming off the bench with a quick shot there. Rebound loose at the side of the goal and a great save there by the goaltender Amundrud. Only coming to the Warriors. Harris cuts into the slot. Back pass. Great save by Amundrud. Starting ahead on left wing for Harris. Dropping it off. They score. Right in front. Guess who? It's Charlie Cole. Walks in left circle. His shot stopped by Amundrud. Rebound loose. Blocker side. Penalty coming up here. I think it's coming to the Warriors again.
Remember last night we had the Billet family members on the ice, and they're all raising money for Pastor Don's food bank drive, which is in a couple of weeks. They raised $55, but tonight on the ice we have the genetic makeup of the superstars we have in the dressing room, so hopefully it should be a better result than last night. So like I said, last night, $55. $5 a puck donated from Shutout Sports will all go to Pastor Don. And it looks like we got a few more bodies tonight as well. So let's give a big hand to these wonderful people that have come from all over North America. These are the moms and dads and brothers and sisters of our team. So who wants to start? What side? That side. Apparently we got a little tech. The guy that's going to break the record or keep it tied is the one and only 5-time Stanley Cup champion, Paul Coffey. Now this wasn't planned at all, but Paul, it's up to you to be the champ for the parents. No doubter, no doubter. Way to go, Paul. $60, $55 last night. That's I don't know my rough math, $115 for Pastor Don. Let's give all the parents a big round of applause, you guys.
Be away through center. Quinn Foreman working in the slot, scores!
We don't need to put up 25 shots on goal to get one goal. We only need 4, and that's especially when you got the puck on Quinn Foreman's stick. He just busted through that defense, going shelf on Nieto. What a great effort by Foreman, and that's just why he's staying out there and saying, you know what, I am the best American on the ice.
Left wing now for Marino, and he'll start to head through center on right wing. Coffey with a shot. He scores!
Oh, how many do you think his dad scored like that? I don't think a lot. You know what? That was definitely the Warriors break they needed. Nieto definitely was going to want that one back. Just coming over the blue line, just flipped it in on net. Totally missed it with the blocker.
Dropping it there for Allen. Left wing Stevenson. Head through center, finds Dubois behind the D, and he's in alone. On right wing, Chase Dubois, he scores! What is going on in Royal LePage? Oh,
the wheels have absolutely fallen off on the Wenatchee Wild. The Warriors have capitalized three times on 6 shots here in the second period.
Gill on the left wing, knocked down there by Raby. Raby's hit there by Tilsley, taken here by the Wild, and a shot by Jones, stopped and held by Nick Amundrud. Knocked down there by O'Brien, and we got a fight near the Warrior bench. Kevin Tilsley and Jimmy O'Brien, a couple of lefts from O'Brien. Now more left from O'Brien, going with an undercut. Tilsley got his right hand free. Tilsley's got some shots, and O'Brien coming back with some. And the two wrestle each other down, and Tilsley gets the takedown. Welcome to the Warriors. His man Morton, center back in front for Burston, stopped there by Amundrud. Rebound comes back, and Amundrud makes another save. And Allen and Burston get involved, and the net's now falling down on Amundrud. And we get rough stuff developing here. Marino's got his man Vanderbeck. Tying up his man there is Clayson. He's dragging Morton around the ice on the far side. Down low here for Baker, right in front, and a great save by Amundrud. And they're going to wave it off. The puck crossed the line, but they're waving no goal, and a face-off coming to the right circle for Combs. Combs now dropping it off. Harris left circle, back door, centered in front. That's a penalty coming to the Wild. As going right into the goal was Matthew Baker, who drew the penalty on Martigliano, is now taking one to take his team off the power play. Headed to our second period summary, and things got started early, Sheldon. At 50 seconds into the period, Quinn Foreman, heck of a shift here. The Warriors had to kill off a penalty. One-on-one, Brendan Harrison on left wing, crosses over and chipped it just high on a backhand. And then from the left wing, Logan Milliken beats Amundrud on the glove side. And Wenatchee scored shorthanded just 13 seconds into the Warrior power play. Warriors are going to have to try and come back here to get the momentum back. Here's Dubois, bottom of the left circle, cut back in front and chips that just wide on the glove side. Liano at the center line. Sends it in deep on left wing. Bates back for that. Sends it around the right boards. Dollywall holds it in there. Puck's high up in the air. Knocked down in the left circle. Here's Kempesi, scores!
I can totally understand what the coaches are saying right now. They're a little bit worried about their goaltending, and there's been a few already tonight, and there's another one.
Back to the line. Left wing. It's centered there for Milliken. His shot stopped and held by Amundrud.
I want to send the game tape in here from all my coaching analysis and
there
stuff.
you go.
I might be on the bench on Tuesday.
Face-off's coming just outside the Warriors' end, and it's won by West Kelowna. Bates at center, left wing there for Milliken. He'll send it in deep. The clock winds down, and Nick Amundrud, in his BCHL debut, makes 45 saves. The West Kelowna Warriors win this hockey game by a 4-2 score by improbable margins. The Warriors pick up their 11th win of the season for a heck of a hockey game and a sweep of the weekend on Parrots Weekend. Chatting with head coach of the West Kelowna Warriors, Ryland Furster, after a big weekend for your hockey club, a 4-2 victory tonight against the Wenatchee Wild. A lot to get to in that game. There was a lot of things going on. I don't know where you want to start. If you want to start with, 9 for 9 penalty kill, I think I had it as. You get 3 goals in a span of a minute and 58 seconds to start the second period. Nick Amundrud makes 45 saves. You're a lot better at summarizing things than I am. So where did you see it, and how did you see tonight's hockey game?
Well, I think, it's unfortunate that it's got to be played that way, to be perfectly honest with you. And again, I just look at the game from a whole, and again, our kill got a lot of practice, so that's one good thing. But I mean, if I paid money to watch that game tonight, I'm probably not very happy to watch special teams the whole night, and so lopsided. Again, we're not saints, and I don't want to sit here and cry about the refs, because I'm sure I'll just get fined, or they're just waiting to find me. But I just look at the whole night and a whole, and the end there. Jared Marino has an opportunity, gets the stick slashed out of his hand. It happens outside the blue line, and the face-off comes back inside our end. And, we have to question those things. And I certainly get kicked out at the end, and I'm a big boy. I can take that, but it's that's not right. I mean, I think that'd be a good teaching tool to for the BC Hockey League to watch. To be perfectly honest with you, I've been in the league for 18 years, and unfortunate to say the least.
Moving on from that, you look at your hockey club's performance tonight. Obviously 47 shots against, not exactly the criteria that you want to see from your team, but goaltender playing his first game, Nick Amundrud, I mean, you can't say enough about him. He really kept the dial keel in the first period, 22 saves on 23 shots. and then along to a pretty good hockey game for your new goaltender.
Well, I thought 5-on-5, it was relatively close. I mean, they've got 2 of the top 3 scorers in the league, so if they're going to be on the power play all night, they're going to get some chances. So, I mean, is the game, are the shots indicative of the game, or however you want to call it? I don't know, because I thought 5-on-5, it was pretty close. But again, when the power plays are like that, I mean, whatever.
It's tough to judge, definitely. I'll get you out on this.
Real tough to judge, like real tough to judge. I thought our effort from top to bottom was great, though. Like 5-on-5, again, 5-on-5, it was pretty close. So, again, special teams, it's going to be like that the whole night. That's going to be difficult to win hockey games like that.
Talk about some of your veterans tonight. I thought really good efforts out of Quinn Foreman, Connor Soder, and I thought Jared Marino was inspired tonight. I thought he had one of his better games of the season here tonight. Your veteran guys seem to come out and play a big role, especially on the back end as well. Scott Allen, Nick Retigliano did a great job on the back end too.
Well, our back end is certainly the strength of our hockey team. I don't think that's any secret. We've got some veterans back there and guys who won championship last year with us. And, they're kind of rocks for us. And obviously adding Nick was great. I mean, seeing he got thrown right to the wolves there tonight, I don't know if he really needed that or really wanted that. But, I mean, he wanted to play the game tonight and stood up like a pro and said, hey, get me in there. So, hats off to them and hats off to the way our kids play defense.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, Rylan.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Chatting with the first star of tonight's hockey game and new Warrior goaltender Nick Amendrud. After a big performance for yourself, 45 saves on 47 shots, the Warriors win 4-2 against a very tough Wenatchee team. First and foremost, this is your first taste of the BCHL, thrown in the fire, so to speak, against the Wenatchee Wild team that scores a lot of goals. What are your first impressions on tonight's game?
I think it was a good game to get into. Obviously, I haven't played in 2 months, and facing a lot of rubber tonight was good, but the guys really did a good job in front of me. They kept them to the outside and limited their scoring chances, and as much as the shots were out of our favor, I think they blocked as many shots as I made stops, so it was a good night.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. You've been a guy that's been out of action a little bit, sidelined for the first little bit of your season this year, haven't really gotten into a lot of games. Is this the kind of game that you like to get into where you see a lot of pucks? And, it definitely seemed as the game went on, your confidence grew as well.
Yeah, it helped out a lot. A lot of nerves coming into this game. I was pretty nervous going in and being my debut here and being out for a while. But, facing a lot of rubber as a goalie helps out, especially when a lot of the shots are coming from the outside and you can start feeling the puck well again.
What are your first impressions of West Kelowna? And obviously a guy that's, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind, I'm sure, the last couple of days, but what are your first thoughts about the Warriors and in the city of West Kelowna?
It's a great group of guys and a great organization. Obviously, the coaching staff is really good, and we got our training staff, and not many junior teams have all that. It's obviously a great organization and a great place to be. Kelowna's a beautiful city, and West Kelowna is as well, and coming here was a privilege the most.
Lastly for you now, 45 saves tonight. The most saves you made in a hockey game, at least in a while. I don't know if it ever has been, but must be good to get away with the W as well.
Yeah, it really helps out, but as I said before, the guys might have blocked as many shots as they had tonight, so it was a big team effort and a big weekend.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you very much.